Why? Because everything starts with a dream. The subtitle of this book is the 80-20 Law Manifestation of Dreams and Goals. How many people have ever heard of the 80-20 Law? Okay, right, that's good. Not many. You know why? Because approximately 80% or more of the population hasn't even heard about this law, much less using this law in their life right now to effortlessly manifest their dreams and goals using only their own resources. Okay? I'd like to share with you how this amazing book came into existence. A few years ago, I found myself going through a long and twisting, gruesome 6-year divorce saga. Whew. This thing was actually longer than an actual 4-year marriage. Well, I found myself letting go what a lot of people just simply refer to as losing everything that I had worked for in the preceding 7 years of my life. Now, this consisted of 5 pieces of real property, 3 businesses, several $100,000 in cash. I had used all my resources, everything that I thought I had. I'm pretty intelligent. I just couldn't seem to get myself out of this nightmare. I had gone through 5 judges, 3 attorneys, and had spent $50,000 in attorney fees alone just to lose it all. I was totally depleted, frustrated. I was totally exhausted. No one could seem to help me get myself out of this predicament. Maybe no one had earned the right to give me advice. Hear my story. So, I was on my own. But I was tired. I was ready to move on with my life. And I remember one day I had just quieted my mind. I was standing at my patio door overlooking my beautiful garden. And without any control about myself, I began to rapidly, yet quietly, isolate and identify in my mind all my past dreams and accomplishments. But what I quietly discerned at that moment is that the majority of those dreams, I would say approximately 80% or more of those dreams have really been accomplished using less of any of the resources that I had available to me. That's my time, my money, my frustration, my emotions. And it dawned on me at that moment that I had used this over the past interval of my life to accomplish all those dreams. Why couldn't I use it now to get myself out of this predicament I was in? And it dawned on me at that moment that out of all the things I had tried and crossed out on my list, the only smaller thing out of all those things that I hadn't tried was just to simply let go. Let go of all those larger things outside of my life that over time was actually eating up all my resources, all my time, my money, my frustration. It was causing me so much pain. But over time, it really hadn't given me my heart's desire. And all I had to do was just to simply let go. Let go of those key things in my life to make room for bigger, better things on its way. If anyone is sitting here to just quiet your mind long enough, you see that the larger your dreams and goals in your life has really been accomplished with less or more resources. But the reason why you fail to see these little small key things in your life is because of your emotions, your economical and financial attachments to those bigger key things outside of yourself that over time hasn't given you your heart's desire, used up all your resources. And the reason why a lot of us fail to identify these little things in our life is, again, because of our emotional, our financial, and economical attachments and constraints to those larger things outside of ourselves that over time hasn't given us our heart's desire. Now, what I call in my book is really the little key factors in this event in each of your lives. It's always been there. If identify and you put your weight on that, will give you more using less of your resources and efforts. Just like the lady showed here earlier, asked me. She identified that little key 20% has given her more using less of her resources and efforts. Okay? Let me share with you how this amazing 80-20 law came into existence, since most of you are not familiar with it. okay? You're all in business. You all want to advance and become wealthy and prosperous, individually expressed. Then you need to be able to use whatever resources are available to you, okay? So me being here, honey, is not a right, but it's a privilege, okay? And I hope you take advantage of that privilege, okay? This is one of the key 20% presentations that you will see. Here this year is going to give you 20% or more what you're looking for in any area of your life, okay? Now, this 80-20 law came into existence about 100 years ago. A gentleman by the name of Alfredo Pareto, he first discovered this law, and it was named Pareto's Principle. You ever heard of it? Anybody? Pareto's Principle? I told you, 80%. Okay, some good stuff here. So, it was called Pareto's Principle, Pareto's Law. But what he found out about 100 years ago was that 80% or more, you probably heard of this, of the wealth and the land in Italy and England as well as other parts of the world was really owned by only 20% of the population. Now you have heard that, haven't you? Okay. Now you know where it came from. Okay. But he was an economist, and he explained his theory in such complex and mathematical econometric equations that most of the people in that era, they couldn't understand what he was talking about. It didn't go anywhere. It was a phenomenal discovery. So it sat dormant for about 50 years. And then in the 50s, another gentleman by the name of Joseph Duran, he re-explored this law, not as a social economic law, but as a business theory. You're all in business, okay? Probably heard of it. Now, because it was a business theory, he was able to show that you do get more using less, okay? In reverse, you get less using more. You probably heard that 80% more of your results in your business is really only flowing from only 20% of what you're doing. You heard that right? And that the 20% is giving you the 80%, 80% is giving you the 20%. You've heard that 80% of the work on your job is done by 20% of the population for the employees. Okay? This is where all this is from. What this is basically saying, and this is really deep, is that there is and will always be a wide